Welcome to Society and Culture Insights with Mzeunique. Here we take a deep dive into the ideas, trends, and events that shape our world. We reflect on complexities of society, explore cultural shifts, and share insights to help get through the things that affects us all and challenges our thinking. So go grab your favorite cup of drink or joe and sit on back and relax. And let's hear what Mzeunique has to say today. Welcome to Society and Culture Insights. Oh yeah, but we dive deep into the world we share with Mzeunique. We've got so much to say. Grab your coffee and let's start the day.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Society and Culture Insights with Mzeunique. I'm your host, Mzeunique, bringing you another thought-provoking discussion to help you navigate life with knowledge and confidence. Alright y'all, it's officially that time of the year. Tax refunds are rolling in, and for many of us, that deposit from Uncle Sam is long awaited. Whether you're using it to keep a roof over your head, repair your car, or finally pay off some lingering debt, today's episode is all about making the most of your refund. Not only will we cover how to handle financial responsibilities wisely, but I'll also share strategies to help you maximize your refund, stretch it throughout the year, and even have a little left over for yourself. And since it's Friday, you know we can't forget about the weekend. I've got some tips on how to enjoy yourself. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Tip number 1, plan your budget for the week. Use Friday evening to review your finances. Set spending limits so your refund lasts beyond just a few weeks, hours, or days. Tip number 2, meal prep and grocery shop smart. Avoid last-minute fast food runs by planning your meals in advance. This saves money and keeps you on track financially. Tip number 3, knock out important tasks first. If you have bills to pay, phone calls to make, or forms to submit, handle them early in the week to avoid last-minute stress. Tip number 4, automate your savings. If you got your refund, set up an automatic transfer to savings before you're tempted to spend it all. Tip number 5, invest in learning and growth. Take advantage of your financial boost by signing up for a course, reading a book on money management, or improving your skills to increase your income potential. Tip number 6, create a money no spend challenge. Yeah, challenge yourself to only spend on essentials Monday through Friday to keep your refund intact longer. And finally, tip number 7, set a weekly goal to improve your finances. Whether it's calling your bank to lower a bill, setting up a side hustle, or researching investments, you want to commit to one financial task per week to keep your money working for you. So now that you've got a game plan for the weekend and a financial strategy for the week ahead, you're already ahead of the game. And after the break, I'll dive into some ways and key ways to stretch your refund even further and common tax mistakes that could cost you money. Stay tuned.
Stay connected with the pulse of your community. FCFBI.com. From breaking news and cultural stories to the hottest beats and local events, FCFBI keeps you in the loop with everything happening in your area and beyond. FCFBI.com today. Your alternate source for all things local.
Welcome back, y'all. Before the break, we talked about how to enjoy your weekend without overspending and how to set yourself up for a productive, financially smart week ahead. So you've got that refund check, or maybe it's on the way. And now the big question is, what do you do with it? I know. The temptation is real. You want to get that new TV, that designer bag, that vacation you've been dreaming about. But before you start swiping that card, let's talk about how to make that refund work for you instead of it just disappearing before the month is over. Step number 1, cover your priorities first. Before anything else, take care of what's most important. If you're behind on bills, rent, or car payments, handle that first. A tax refund isn't just extra money, it's an opportunity to catch up and set yourself up for financial stability. So look at your most pressing expenses and knock those out first. Step number 2, pay down debt the smart way. Now let's talk about debt, because if you have loans, credit cards, or even medical bills stacking up, this is the perfect time to get ahead of them. But here's the thing. Don't just throw money at all your debts randomly. You want to be strategic. If you have credit cards, start with the one with the highest interest rate first. That's the one costing you the most money over time. And if you have smaller balances, you can clear completely. Knocking those out can give you a quick win and free up money for other things. The goal is to make sure you're not stuck paying unnecessary interest all year long. Tip number 3, save before you spend. One of the biggest things you can do is put some of that refund away before you even think about spending it, even if it's just a small percentage. Having an emergency fund means you won't be scrambling if something unexpected happens later. Life is full of surprises. There's car repairs, medical expenses, sudden job changes. Having even $500 to $1,000 tucked away can make a huge difference. Step 4, invest in your future. Y'all, this is where we start playing the long game. Instead of just spending your refund on things that lose value, why not use some of it to build your wealth? You can put money into a high yield savings account, invest in stocks or crypto, or even open a Roth IRA to start stacking up for retirement. If you've been thinking about starting a business or side hustle, well, your refund could be the seed money to get it off the ground. The goal is to make sure this money is working for you, not just disappearing. And finally, you want to treat yourself responsibly. Now listen, I'm not saying you can't enjoy your money. You worked for it, you deserve to do something nice for yourself. But the key is balance. Maybe set aside 10 to 15% of your refund for something fun, whether that's a small shopping trip, a dinner out, or a weekend getaway. That way you get to enjoy it without feeling guilty or messing up your financial goals. Spend with intention, not impulse. Alright, y'all, now that we've covered how to make that refund work for you instead of watching it disappear overnight, after this next break, we'll get into something just as important. The common mistakes people make when paying bills, handling expenses, and spending their tax refund. Because let's be real, sometimes we think we're making smart moves, but if we're not careful, we end up right back where we started, right? So stay locked in, and we'll be right back.
Ready, fly, don't wait too long. Call 866-510-683. You're on. Let's deals on flights are just one call away. Book your ticket now and things to know and fly today. Call 866-510-683 for unbeatable flight deals. Ready, fly, don't wait too long. Call 866-510-683 and you're on. The best deals on flights are just one call away. Book your ticket now and fly today. Call 866-510-683 for unbeatable flight deals.
Welcome back, y'all. So we talked about making smart choices with your tax refund. But now let's flip the script and talk about what not to do. Because every year, people make the same money mistakes when that refund hits, thinking they're setting themselves up for success, only be broke again in a few days or weeks. Let's make sure that's not you this year. Mistake number 1, paying off debt without a plan. Now don't get me wrong, paying off debt is a great thing. But too often people just throw a big chunk of their refund at their bills without thinking it through. You might clear that credit card, but then guess what? Next month, you're using it again because you didn't leave yourself enough cash for everyday expenses. Instead, prioritize. If you have multiple debts, look at what's costing you the most: credit cards with high interest, payday loans, or overdue bills. Pay those first, and don't forget to leave some cash for your everyday needs so you're not back in the hole. Mistake number 2, overpaying bills all at once. Some people take that refund and think, okay, let me pay 6 months worth of rent or car payments up front. And while that might sound like a responsible move, it can actually leave you stuck later on. If you wipe out your whole refund trying to get ahead, you might end up short when unexpected expenses pop up. A better move, pay a little ahead, but keep a cushion for emergencies. That way you're caught up, but still have flexibility if life throws you a curveball. Mistake number 3, not building an emergency fund. I know, saving money isn't as exciting as expending it. But y'all, this is so important. Too many people use their whole refund without putting anything aside for emergencies. And then boom, the car breaks down. Job hours get cut, unexpected bills hit, and you have nothing to fall back on. Even if you just have $500 to $1,000, that could be a game changer when life happens. And trust me, life always happens. Mistake number 4, splurging before handling responsibilities. This one is a big one. People get that refund and the first stop and thing to do is hit the mall, go on a shopping spree on Amazon, or booking a vacation. Listen, I'm all for treating yourself responsibly, but the key word here is responsibly. Before you go spending on wants, make sure your needs are covered first. Rent, utilities, groceries, debts. Handle all of that first. Then, if you have extra, set a limit on how much you can realistically spend on fun without messing up your financial goals. Mistake number 5, buying a car without thinking it through. Alright, now this is the one right here, and we all know it because we see it every tax season. People get a few $1,000s and think, time to get a new car. So they go straight to the dealership, put down a big down payment, and drive off in something way too expensive. But here's what they don't think about: monthly payments, insurance, maintenance, gas. Well, refund can help you get into that car, but can you afford to keep it? If your budget is tight, maybe consider a used car you can buy outright, or at least something with a low monthly payment that won't stress you out every month. Mistake number 6 is loaning money to family and friends. Now, y'all might not like this one, but I gotta say it. When people know you got a refund, the requests start to roll in. Hey, can you help me out real quick? Oh, I just need a little something. And of course, we want to help out our loved ones, but you gotta be careful. Ask yourself, can I afford to never see this money again? Because more often than not, that loan turns into a gift. If you decide to help someone, set a limit on how much you're willing to give and stick to it. Just think about that one for a second. Mistake number 7 is ignoring future goals. Y'all, your refund isn't just for today. It can set you up for months, even years if you use it wisely. Instead of spending it all on short-term things, think about your future. Maybe you want to start a business. You can invest in some of it. Maybe you want to go back to school. You can put some money aside for education. If you're thinking about retirement, look into a Roth IRA or a high-yield savings. A little planning now can make a huge difference down the road. Alright, y'all, those are some of the biggest money mistakes people make when that refund hits. And look, I'm not saying you can't enjoy your money, but be smart about it. A tax refund could be a tool to set you up for disaster, or it can set you up for success. I can't talk. Or it can be a missed opportunity. So before you make any big financial moves, pause, plan, and be intentional with your money. Alright, y'all, we've broken down the common mistakes that can cost you when that refund hits, and hopefully you're feeling more prepared to make smart moves with your money. Now let's switch gears a bit because the weekend is here. And just because it's payday season doesn't mean we gotta blow that bag. After this break, we'll get into some fun, budget-friendly ways to enjoy your weekend with the tips we just learned on maximizing our refunds. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Bugs and pests, they're on the run. Call 844-958-7833. We'll get it done. Safe, fast, we're pest free bound. Your home's the safest spot in town.
All right, y'all, welcome back. Now that we've covered common mistakes people make when spending their refund, let's talk about how to truly maximize that money without overspending. Look, your refund isn't just a temporary payday, it's an opportunity to set yourself up for success. So, here are 5 solid tips to make your refund work for you while still leaving room to enjoy yourself responsibly. Tip number 1, create a spending plan before you spend a dime. First things first, before you touch a single dollar, have a plan. That means breaking down your refund into needs, savings, and wants. Ask yourself how much should go towards bills or debts, how much should I save for emergencies, and what I can afford to spend on fun without hurting my future. When you give every dollar a job, you're way less likely to blow your money on things you'll regret later. Tip number 2, automate your savings. One of the best ways to keep yourself from spending your entire refund is to move part of it out of reach. Put a percentage, at least 20%, into a high yield savings account. If you don't have an emergency fund, start one now. Consider opening a separate account just for savings so it's not mixed with your everyday spending money. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and you'll thank yourself later when you need that cushion. Tip number 3, handle bills the smart way. Alright, we all know bills gotta be paid, but don't spend your whole refund at once trying to get ahead. Instead, pay off high interest debt first. That's anything that's costing you money every month in interest, like credit cards or payday loans. Pay a little ahead, but not too far ahead. Cover your necessities, but keep some cash flow available for emergencies. And don't ignore your everyday expenses. Make sure you have enough money to get through the next few months without stress. Tip number 4, invest in something that brings you more money. What if I told you your refund could actually make you more money? You can put it to work. Instead of just spending it, consider investing it in a side hustle. You can use your refund to buy equipment, build a website, or start a small business. Education and skills. You can take a course, get a certification, or learn something that increases your earning potential. Or you can invest in stocks, crypto, or retirement. Even a small investment in the right places can grow over time. Your refund doesn't have to be just the check. It can be the seed that builds your future. And finally, tip number 5, set a fun budget without going overboard. Listen, I'm not saying don't enjoy yourself. You worked hard for that money, but the key is to set limits. Pick 1 or 2 fun things, a nice dinner, a mini trip, or a treat for yourself, but don't overdo it. You waited this long to get it, you can continue to wait a little longer. Use discounts and cashback apps to stretch your money further. And try free or low-cost activities like parks, museums, game nights, or just spending time with loved ones. Enjoying life doesn't mean blowing your entire refund. It just means being intentional with how you spend it. Alright, y'all, let's wrap it up today. So we covered so far today how to maximize your tax refund so it gets longer, the biggest mistakes to avoid when spending your refund, how to enjoy your weekend without overspending, and I provided you with 5 solid ways to make your refund work for you. At the end of the day, y'all, your tax refund is a tool. And of course it's yours, your money, you can spend it how you want to. But you can use it to move forward financially or let it slip away with nothing to show for it. The choice at the end of the day is ultimately yours. So before you make any moves, pause, plan, and be intentional. Your future self will thank you for it. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Society and Culture Insights with Mzeunique. If you found this episode helpful, make sure to subscribe, share, and leave a review. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. You can also tip me $1 of that tax refund. I'm just playing, y'all. And I'll catch you next time. Until then, be smart, be intentional, and make your money work for you. Peace, and have a great weekend.
Hey there, it's Unique. Are you ready to dive into life's biggest questions, explore thought-provoking topics, and gain fresh perspectives on the world around us? Then you need to tune in to society and culture. Inside the Deep. Each week, we're breaking down hot-button issues, uncovering hidden truths, and giving you practical tips to navigate life with confidence and clarity. Whether it's trending topics, personal growth, or what's shaping our society, we're having the conversations you need to hear. But guess what? The conversation doesn't stop here. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes moments, and extended episodes you won't want to miss. Inside the Deep. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the Society and Culture Insights family. Let's grow, learn, and inspire together. Subscribe now on YouTube and never miss an episode. I'll see you there. And your journey where wisdom flows, discovering truths that life bestows, and every heartbeat a new perspective grows. Join us now where understanding shows. It's happening.